Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be exploring Tobermory, Ontario, more specifically Flowerpot Island and Sauble Beach. Tobermory is a small community located about 300 kilometers northwest of Toronto. It's a beautiful place and a must visit if you love outdoors. After about 4.5 hours of long drive from Toronto, we headed straight towards the boarding area after picking up the tickets and parking our vehicle. That is the boat we'll be taking. We will be cruising on a glass bottom boat with Bruce Anchor Cruises. Now we're boarding the boat. Let's see if we can count how many of us are there. As you can see, the boat was pretty crowded because it's a popular time of the year for Flowerpot Island cruises. This boat will drop us off at the Flowerpot Island, which is about 6.5 kilometers off the coast of Tobermory, and it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to get there. Our first stop will be the shipwreck area. It was a beautiful day. As you can see, people are paddle boarding and kayaking. A quick fun fact, Tobermory has over 20 shipwrecks. There were 2 shipwrecks around this area. If you would like to fully enjoy the shipwrecks, I recommend diving or snorkeling. It was such an amazing experience to see the shipwrecks through the crystal clear water, and the view is definitely much better from upper deck of the boat rather than the glass bottom. Another fun fact, the lighthouse that you see on the background is called the Big Tub Lighthouse, and it was originally constructed just for a cost of $675 in 1885 and played an important role guiding ships into the harbor from the treacherous waters of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. Now we're heading towards the Flowerpot Island, and the boat is picking up the pace. As we get deeper into the Lake Huron, water is just amazingly blue shaded color, and it is just mesmerizing. Another fun fact, the name Flowerpot Island comes from the natural sea stags that are found on the island, which are called flower pots. It is one of Canada's most fascinating natural attractions. It offers adventurers an opportunity to explore caves, hiking trails, a historic light station, and a variety of rare plants. Please hit subscribe and bell icon if you're enjoying this video. Here is the first glimpse of the flower pots. There are 2 flower pots, larger flower pot and smaller flower pot. Yet another fun fact, there used to be 3 flower pots on this island, but the 3rd one tumbled in 1903. Just take a look at this magnificent flower pot. This was formed over many years as wind, rain, waves and ice hammered away at the cliff that once stood alongside the water's edge. We got off the boat at Beachy Cove and headed straight to the trailheads. This is a very easy trail. As you can see, people of all ages on the trail. It's only about 1.3 kilometers back and forth, and it was very well maintained with the markings, and there were even steps in some places where the trail was a little bit steep. There were lots of opportunity to get to the water and take pictures with flower pots, but we went past those flower pots to get to the light station to have some light snacks before we go into the water for swimming. Unfortunately, the light station was closed for maintenance, so we headed towards the old lightkeepers' cottages. There was a little sitting area with some chairs where we sat and had some light snacks before we ventured into the water. We also did not explore the caves on the trail due to time restrictions. We really enjoyed our time at this place. It was great to see the boats go by and listen to the crashing waves. And the day was really sunny and beautiful, and it was really a great contrast between blue skies and crystal clear water. It was just picture perfect. Some of us actually tried to go into the water at this place, but be careful because the stones were really slippery and they have sharp edges, so it's really easy to fall into the water. We actually found some water snakes and the ladies just flipped out. We spent a little too much time in the light station area, so now it was time to head back on the same trail that we came from. We were looking for a bit deeper shoreline where we can go for a swim, and we found a great spot near the larger flower pot. Girls seemed to be more interested in taking pictures, so just the guys went for a swim. This was really a great spot for swimming, but the stone pebbles were still problematic even in this area, and the water was pretty cold, but luckily they were not as slippery. We really enjoyed swimming in this area for a while and just spent time taking in the spectacular views of the lake. The terrain in this area is really rough, but there are lots of large flat stones everywhere for you to sit, relax, and soak in the natural beauty of Lake Huron. We took a lot of pictures with larger and smaller flower pots from various angles while appreciating their natural beauty. Both the flower pots were very accessible, but be careful of crevasses as you might fall into them and easily injure yourself. We came back to Beachy Cove on scheduled time to catch our boat back to Tobermory. The trip back was very fast as the boat takes shortcut and doesn't stop at shipwrecks. As soon as we got off our boat, we started driving to our hotel, which was located in Collingwood, 2.5 hours drive southeast of Tobermory. This is because we planned the trip last minute and we're not able to find reasonable accommodation in Tobermory. So a hot tip, if you want to visit Tobermory and spend a night, I recommend booking accommodation months in advance, and even then they are fairly expensive. We were really tired, so we just had our dinner and then we went to the hotel and then slept. The next day, we were all super excited to spend some relaxing time at the beach, but we decided to take a quick detour to visit Blue Mountain Resort because it was fairly close to our hotel and on the way to Sauble Beach. Quick fun fact: Blue Mountain Resort was established in 1941, first as a ski resort but later transformed as a year-round resort. It has 42 runs, 16 chairlifts, and 3 freestyle terrains, and it is considered one of the largest ski resorts in Ontario. Please hit subscribe and bell icon if you're enjoying this video. Finding parking was a bit of a challenge at Sauble Beach, but we found a parking about 2 kilometers away from the beach and we started heading to the beach. Sauble Beach is located on the shores of Lake Huron with 7 kilometers of white sand, and it is Canada's #1 rated freshwater beach. The beach happened to be super crowded on that day because the weather was perfect. We found the spot on the beach and headed to the waters for swimming. We only spent about 2 hours on the beach, had a light lunch, and then headed towards the Sauble Falls. It was fairly close to Sauble Beach, only about 50 minutes drive. The waterfall itself wasn't too interesting for me, but a lot of people seemed to be enjoying the waterfalls due to easy access, and some people were jumping into one of the deeper pools below the wide rock steps. We stayed off the water and just spent some time watching other people jumping into the pools. We were fairly tired from the beach day earlier. A few of us tried catching some rainbow trouts a little bit further down from the falls, but came up empty. We watched people jumping onto the pools for a little bit and then started to head home. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you in next video.